Okay, hi there. I need to check that you can hear me. I'm pretty sure you can. I mean, we'll just give it. It's a given that you can hear me. Okay. So, good morning. I am here. It looks as though it's raining in Cardiff, but looking out the window, it's not actually raining. I mean, the weather is grey, and it might have been raining earlier on. Um, but as we know, the weather in the sim is always kind of different time. Um, but it is raining, as you can see. Bit of standing water. This is real time, real world weather. Anyway, why am I here? I'm here because I'm going to tell you about Ultra Tweak Utility. Now, I saw this the other day on Q8 Pilot's channel, and I thought, as I've got a little bit of time, I thought I'd do a live kind of review here. So I'm just going to try and find a location for us to be at, so we can see the weather. I mean, it's pretty grim, the weather at the moment, so this might not look that good. So Ultra Tweak Utility, and I put links in the description of this video where you can find it. So you can find it on explain.org, but it is a fly with Lua script. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I never thought that I would see something like this for X-Plane 12, because X-Plane 12, in my view, is really good anyway. It doesn't need any of these kind of weather tweaks. Well, I didn't think it did, and I'm still not sure. Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do, because this weather is a little bit bland. We need something a bit like, let's have a look. So let's go for VFR scattered. I mean, grey clouds like that, I don't think the utility is going to work that well. Okay, so this is weather here. Shall we turn down the sim a bit? I think. Let me find a volume control for that. Let's turn that down a bit for you. I don't need it that loud. You certainly need to hear me. So let's see. Is anybody watching at the moment? Oh yeah, Justin. Hi. How are you? You actually caught me live. Yeah, it's unusual. It is unusual. But nice to see you, Justin. How's things? Everything okay with you? Did you get your A350? I wonder. Yeah. Anyway, so Ultra Tweak Utility. Now, like I say, I never thought that I would see something like this for X-Plane 12, because, as we know, when people start messing around with shaders and APIs and all the rest of it, Laminar come along. They release a new version, an updated version of X-Plane 12, and it would break the utility that you've gotten, the third-party utility. So I was surprised to see this. As I say, the links to get it are in the description here. Explain.org. You need Fly with Lua for X-Plane 12, and then the scripts. So and I've just put manual weather on so we can see this utility at work. Okay, so you put it into your plugins folder. Should I show you where that is? I think I probably should. So let's just open this up quick here. So we go there, X-Plane 12, resources, plugins, and then it goes, if I remember rightly, it goes into your Fly with Lua, and it goes into scripts, and basically you put all these files into that folder. So it's X-Plane 12, resources, plugins, Fly with Lua, scripts. Okay, so it goes into that folder there, and you just drop all this in. Okay, all of this you drop in. There is a manual. Let's open that up so you can see. Let me zoom in on this. One thing I will say is you will never ever get the weather looking like that picture there. Okay, but there is a manual. and it's like an introduction, plugin installation, and then it shows you how to access the scripts. Okay, you can use a keyboard mapping. I haven't done that. You will see you can open up 4 different screens like that. I'm just going to turn my X-Plane down because it's pretty loud in my ears at the moment. Up in volume mixer, so let me just turn that down. There we go, that's a bit better. So yeah, you can have these 4 screens, and then it just goes through all the different stuff. It's easier if I just talk about that. Alright, so here we are then. So you go to your plugins folder up the top, and you have to go to Fly with Lua, and then Fly with Lua macros. Okay. You go into JFK to KBOS. JFK, New York to Boston. Nice. Okay, so then you open up Fly with Lua macros, and you see you've got these four scripts here. So I'm going to open up one at a time. So this is cloud control. Okay. Now whatever you do, all you have to do to go back to normal is press reset settings. Okay, and it will go back to normal. Now I found that you can mess around with this an awful lot, but however, whatever you do, it's how you perceive it. It's what you like, so to speak. So you've got cloud noise, cloud scale, cloud shape, LOD, which is LOD is LOD setting, which is something level of display or level of density. I can't remember. It's level of. I can't remember which it is now. And then traffic. Although I must admit, when I messed with the traffic, I didn't notice any difference. Well, here we go. So, cloud noise. See, by moving that, you can change how the cloud looks. Now I don't know why they call it noise, and it seems that once you get past the scale, so like you get past 2.6, 2.2, you get past 2 and it doesn't change any further. Okay, so that's cloud noise. So you can change the way the clouds look. Let's go back to reset. So that's normal, yeah, and then change. I like that look there, yeah, but then you get these artifacts in, these things flickering about. I don't know whether you can see them, like right there in the middle of the screen where my cursor is. Yeah, you probably can tune that out. Yeah, I've just managed to tune that out, and I have changed the shape of the cloud, and I quite like the look of that. That's quite nice. Cloud scale, obviously you would think this is size, but it isn't. It's where this, I don't know what it is. Is it size of the cloud? Yeah, it is. It's size of the cloud, isn't it? But when I did this the other day, when I brought it down to 100, it actually was like fog, looking like fog, and that was one particular weather. But now, of course, I can't remember where it was originally. Probably there. That's kind of nice, isn't it? That's kind of nice. Cloud shape. You can change the shape of the cloud. But once again, it's like got shape 1, shape 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 13. So like there's 20 different shapes. And once again, it's messing with what you want to see. So let's have a look at the LOD. We're on 1.3 at the moment. 2.1. You see, it's changing the density of objects, level of object density, I think. Yeah. So I suppose it's easier if you look off into the distance there. Yeah. All right. Here we go. So for instance, there we've got that is St. Hilary TV mast there. at normal settings, you wouldn't see that from where I was on the camera zoom. Come around here, we should see, and there's Wenvo TV mast. So let's change the level of distance. There we go, it disappears. Yeah, I think it was on 1, wasn't it? Was it on 1 or 1.2? I think the default setting was 1. So I won't see Wenvo until I zoom in a little bit closer like that. And the same with St Hilary. But in real life, you would see St Hilary and Wenvo from Cardiff Airport because they're huge masts. You know, it's 1,300 feet high. So zoom in a little. There it is. So in real life, I would see that from Cardiff Airport, but I'm guessing that's going to have an impact on your frame rates. So, but you can see it. You can also see the trees, level of object density, and the trees and the buildings at a far greater range. Yeah. So that's what that is. As for traffic, I didn't see anything. I didn't see any changes in this, unless of course you've got to wait for traffic to build up. I mean, it just looks the same, doesn't it? Does it? I don't know. I guess that's what it means. And anyway, and I've changed all that. I've messed around with all that, and I can just reset. So that's normal. Okay, that's normal. Looking out towards Wenvo, that direction. There's the mast. Now when I zoom in at that, so everything's back to normal there. Then you've got you can change colours. Not that you would want to do that, but yeah, you could. You could do some subtle changes of colours. Reset settings, and everything goes back to normal there. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Right, we've got 4 people watching, so whoever is here, say hello. I'll give you a shout out. So that's cloud control, and on top of that, you've got a preset there: load preset 1, load preset 2, and they don't look an awful lot different from. Not an awful lot different from original, but they are different. Yeah. I'm trying to see whether unfortunately, when you do load the presets in, it doesn't show you what the sliders don't move to the reset value, right? And you can save things as a new preset. I wonder if it would go up here. Would it come up as another preset label? I suppose it could, because look, you can move that out. So yeah, I guess so. So that's the clouds control. Okay. Then we come down back to fly with lure and fly with all macros, and you've got this. This is global controls, and this one is a little bit difficult to see, but it works, right? So you've got strong, height 1, very loud, strong 2, height 2, very loud, and so forth and so on. And then you've got normal 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can change things around, yeah, and then change things around and then go back to normal. So let's have a look at shutter. Now, something happened, but I'm not quite sure what. Yeah. Oh, it's light. So it's the light. Yeah. It's actually the light. Let's have a look at. Oh, yeah. They've added a little bit of mist in there. I kind of like that. I kind of like the look of that. Oh no, I don't like that. I like that one. Cloud. See, and I don't know what it's doing. So you need to read in the manual what it's actually doing, what this means in terms of global controls. Clarity. Whoa! That's a bit of a shock. Oh yeah. See what that's done? Let's go back to normal. So everything's back to normal there, and we've got reset settings there. Okay, so that Jenny control. I don't know what Jenny control means, so let's find out. So let's go to our manual in Xplane 12, resources, plugins, flywheel lure, scripts, manual. See what he's saying about see what he's saying about the different aspects of it. Right. You can change the cloud shape. Yeah, you can also click on a sky colors mod, night control, general control. That's what Jenny is. General controls. It changes the MIE, diffusion, sky clarity, and so on. Not so on. I don't think this was his first language. And that's it. So that's all it is. Right, general controls. So we understand that now. Let's close this. So let's have a look at the next one. The next one is night controls. Now this is pretty funky, but we do need to go to night. So let's quickly get to nighttime. Okay, so at nighttime, all right. Let's see. So here we've got lights global, lights local, lights storage, star gain, and volumetric. I'm guessing that's cloud. So hang on a minute. I'll tell you what I'll do. Flight configuration, customize. Let's get a clear sky. Yeah, done. Apply changes. Will only take a second. Right, so here we go, nighttime. Let's get us fully dark. So explore lights global, turn that up. Woo. Yeah, so you can basically, that's adding bloom. That's what that is. That's adding bloom. Let's kind of get out of here a bit. Yeah, which looks pretty horrendous. I mean those red lights down there, that's the M4. You certainly wouldn't see cars like that. Yeah, well, I've always been pretty dubious of bloom, I must admit. Lights local. I don't know what this does. It doesn't seem to do anything, does it? Is it doing anything? Let's load. Oof. Oh. Lights local, light storage, stars. Make the stars really bright or dim. The interesting thing about stars is originally, oh no, you wouldn't want to do that, would you? And volumetric, that's got to be clouds. No. So I think stars are normally something like that. Oh, that's awful. Really is. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to reset everything. And then finally, flywheel lure, macros, sky control. And this is changing the color of the sky. So let's get back to daylight. Yeah, and let's put some clouds on. If I scattered, apply changes. Okay. So sky clouds. So we've got a couple of presets. So look at the sky, not the clouds, the sky. Here we go. Yeah, there. So preset 1, so it's like a pale blue. Preset 2, it's a darker blue. Preset 1, darker again. We don't have dark blue skies like that. But also, what it has also done, it's changed the colour of the landscape as well. Yeah, a little bit. Save, reset settings, so that's normal. And then of course you can change things yourself. Yeah, so you've got all this here. You can change like that, you know, so you really wash it out. Yeah, light controls. It reminds me of there used to be something for X-Plane 10, and unfortunately I can't remember what it's called, and that was a fly with fluid thing that you could mess around with. That's the sun. Yeah. Now there's a friend of mine. Reset settings. Okay, reset settings. There's a friend of mine, and he thinks that X-Plane 12 is a little bit too garish and a little bit too bright. The normal settings, which this is here now. I don't. I think it looks perfect. Somebody sent me a message. He said, "How do you manage to get your colours so rich and colourful?" He saw a video, some pictures of mine where I was flying out of Cardiff. This is standard. What you see here is standard now. There's no tweak on this. This is just my X-Plane. Orbex, True Earth, Great Britain South, and it will produce this kind of richness of colour. What a lot of people seem to forget is that with Ortho for XP, because a lot of people use Ortho for XP, the quality of the images in Ortho for XP are not that good. But this is real world weather, so let's get back on the ground. It's going a bit murky. The satellite images for Ortho for XP, the colour grading can be absolutely terrible, and even in the same country or the same area, yeah. With Ortho for XP, you could have one tile and the colour grading would be right, and then the next tile that you fly into, the colour grading could be off. It could be lighter or darker, and so sometimes you'd be flying over Ortho for XP, and the image looks good, but the colour can look terrible. With Orbex, it's colour graded throughout, and so you do get some real nice colour. Now look at the difference here. It's raining, you can see the rain, it's a bit cloudy, it's a bit murky, and so you lose that richness of colour, which is right. Also, I mean, as Emma just says there, Ortho 4XP has different zoom levels, the ZL14 through to 17. So the higher the zoom level, the crisper and sharper the Ortho 4XP image will be. But that still doesn't get around the colour grading. I remember I downloaded, I think it was for Spain, I downloaded some Ortho for XP for Spain, and there were some parts of it which were green, which were really green, but that area of Spain isn't green like that, it's more of a browny colour, and there were some areas of Spain which were really brown and had no colour in them whatsoever. It was just all brown. So Ortho for XP can be a little hit and miss. Don't get me wrong, the imagery can be fantastic. It doesn't matter what level you're at. Level 17 is going to take up more space. The imagery will be crisp and sharp, but sometimes the colour grading is just a little bit off. Anyway, that's nothing to do with this Ultra Tweak utility. So just a quick video talking about Ultra Tweak utility. I wonder what it would do with this really grey cloud. Let's have a look. Let's reload all Lua scripts just to make sure everything's working right. Cloud control. Let's go to cloud. I can't even say it. Cloud control. And we've got a bit of variation there in the cloud there. So let's see if we can make any adjustments. Look, no, not really. It makes that variation just look a little bit different. Not an awful lot. Yeah. So with grey blanket cloud like this, because it's raining, this is real world weather, it's not going to make an awful lot of difference in the way that things look. But when you've got variation of cloud like we had earlier, it looks really nice. It can look really nice. But I'll go back to my original statement, whereas I'm really surprised that somebody has brought a utility out like this for X-Plane 12. Because the weather in X-Plane 12, you know, the weather depiction is really quite good, and will get better. You know, the more work they do on it, you know, the more releases, I'm pretty sure that the depiction of weather will look even better. At the moment, I'm looking out the window in Cardiff here, and it's a lot lighter than what this is showing. It's a lot brighter, but that's because of you know, the weather data is probably a little bit behind time. It was raining quite heavy earlier on this morning. Anyway, there you go. Quick video. Did you find it useful? I don't know. The utility is free, so download it and give it a try. I mean, it is a free utility. It's not going to cost you anything. Give it a try if you like it. If you like to mess around with your weather and make it look different, then there you go. I wish I could remember what that thing was called in X-Plane 10. Emma has got a better memory than me sometimes. What was it called? It was a Fly with Lewis script. And it would do almost exactly the same as this. So there were quite a few more things to it. Can you live stream a full flight at some point? Well, I can. I don't often live stream flights, but I can do one if there's a demand for it. It depends where you want to go. Nice handle. Could you change it next time you come in here, please? Thanks a lot. All right. We're going to go. I think that's about it. Not an awful lot more to say. You all have a good afternoon. Those of you who catch this video later in the day, then I hope you find it useful. And once again, the utility is free. Download it, try it. If you like it, keep it. If you don't like it, remove it. It's no hardship because it was free. So the quick 30-minute video. We'll see you soon. You all take care. Don't forget, check out some of my other videos. I did the A350 review yesterday or the day before. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, and hit like. YouTube likes that. The algorithm likes it, and it helps promote the channel a little bit further. Okay, thank you very much. We'll see you all soon. And I'll go to my famous words.